of the Talmud in it. It's a drop of blue water.
Quick story.
Yeah.
Very good. My father once came by der asked him, weißt du, was geht vor in Australien? I said, yeah. Er says, du weißt nicht, was geht vor in Australien? I said, no. Was geht vor in Australien?
Was?
So turned to somebody.
Yeah.
Said, du sagst, was geht vor in Australien? See a video.
It's very good.
Says du weißt, ist ja. Der says du weißt nicht, ist nicht. Ich sehe, ich darf nicht verstehen.
The story with your uncle like that. You know? Yeah, an uncle, a great guy. Danny. I remember. He was a very, very special guy. He didn't have a beard. But he was a Chassidus. He was
The Ruski's father?
Yeah. He passed away. In any case, so he was like a real... He got it. But he wasn't, he didn't learn. So one time there was a coffee or something. There was a coffee for those, I don't know what year.
I don't know what you're about to say.
I don't know, in any case, there was a coffee for those who gave us some learning to Tichit. He didn't learn Tichit. Okay? He was a businessman, whatever. So seems like the Rebbe was saying who should go, whatever. Happens to go to that coffee. He used to come to Simchas. One time he didn't come. The Rebbe asked how come he didn't come. Whatever, he's been at Simchas Torah. I can't say it. Ein Geschmacker Chevman. In any case, so weißt du, the Rebbe was asking people if you learn to do Chetmim, and he went to that coffee. So later, a guy went over to Danny and said, I don't understand. The Rebbe asked if you learned to Chetmim. He said yes. You didn't learn to Chetmim. So he says,
The Rebbe knows why.
he said, no. He said, no.
The Rebbe said.
Said, Asach Beser. No, he says, the Rebbe asked me a question. I don't speak Yiddish. I know one thing. The Rebbe asked a question, he says, yes, finished. That was the kind of guy he was. When the Rebbe asks, you say yes. Finished. Okay. V'seirem is shafilu tshukas hatalmid lekabel hashpoah meharav litzricho lies nirgeshes etzle b'shas hashpoah. Her sagt so, afilu nicht the tshuke. What's wrong with the tshuke? What's wrong? Sachakel, the Talmud is excited. Sachakel, the Talmud is excited. He wants to hear what the Rav has to say. Das ist echt nicht gut. Das ist echt nicht gut. Because your excitement is involved. So again, you're taking it your way. You have those couple of drops of blue water in there. That little excitement, is basically that you want to hear what the Rav has to say. Das ist echt nicht gut. The Rebbe spells it out. Tshukas hatalmid lekabel hashpoah meharav udover chreich. What do you want from this poor Talmud? If the guy's not going to be excited to hear what the Rav has to say, he's never going to be interested in hearing what the Rav has to say. So l'cheira, it's you need it. Yeah.
That's what Jacobson was once. He was giving a shir or something, and he I don't remember what it was about, but he said this story where because he used to be a chayzer or something.
Yes.
So he said that once basically he was listening and everything, and for a split second he if there was a pause, I don't know, there was something, he just for a split second he just turned to himself and he thought to himself, wow, this stuff is amazing, or something like that.
He missed the point.
And he lost track.
Absolutely.
Done, like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a known thing by the chayzer. Yeah, no, ask any chayzer. If you wanted to really remember what the Rebbe said, B'shas Maaseh, you cannot try to understand not to try to appreciate it, nothing. Because if you try to appreciate what the Rebbe is saying, you'll come up with something really beautiful. Really beautiful.
The Rebbe's not talking. You're missing.
But it's not what the Rebbe said.
You lost it, that's it.
You'll come up with something magnificent, but it's not what the Rebbe said.
Yeah.
If you want to hear what the Rebbe says, you have to just stay there and listen and not mix yourself in whatsoever. Not the process. That's what it is. Not the process. When the sikha finishes, then you can start processing. But when you're listening, there's no processing. The processing is afterwards. Because if you start processing b'shas maaseh, you'll come up with a magnificent sikha. But it's not what the Rebbe said. Weiter. Hinei tshukas hatalmid lekabel hashpoah meharav udover chreichi. So now we need this tshuka. We need this willpower, this geschmack, this desire that the Talmud has to listen to the Rav. It's needed because if the Talmud doesn't have a desire
You have to get there.
to get, then the Chaldis, there's nothing to talk about. He's not even going to listen. So we need it. But look what he's going to say now. You need this tshuka from beide Seiten. Sei mitzad the Talmud to the Rav, sei mitzad the Rav to the Talmud. It's like the glue that brings them together. Hein b'negel ha-Talmud, sei mitzad the Talmud, she'tshuka zu pei'eles etzle bitla mitzias, she'yuchel lias kli lekabel seichel Rav. Sei, this tshuka that the Talmud has, let me hear what they have a Rav to say, that makes him into bottle mitzias in order to hear what the Rav to say. And this tshuka, this desire is necessary also mitzad the Rav. V'hem b'negel ha-Rav, shel yosef be'en arech la-Talmud, harei hashpah la-Talmud, hi yerida deila b'shvilem. Because this Rav and Talmud is so far away from each other, so not only the Talmud, if he doesn't have the tshuka, he won't go to the Rav won't go to the Talmud. The Rav won't be interested to be mashpir to the Talmud. Shelei tiyeh etzem misadati. The Rav wants to sit in his ivory tower, in his little besmedrish, and wants to learn. He's not interested in wasting time with his Talmud, was versteht gar nicht. He's not interested.
Really?
So when does the Rav Taka do that? When the Rav sees that the Talmud is so interested, the Talmud will has so viel and what he has to say, then okay, he comes out of his ivory tower and he goes down to the Talmud. Only when the Rav sees that the Talmud has this tremendous desire to hear what the Rav has to say, this tshuka of the Talmud, tutuf afun Rav, that the Rav yirtze letzamtzem atzmei, that he should take be mitzamtzem himself leherid in Yonov ulashpia yisum laTalmid. Ve'at she'inyan zeh magia be'oimek yoyser bekriches. But this tshuka, this desire that the Talmud shows in the Rav, this desire that the Talmud shows in the Rav, not only helps that the Talmud should go to the Rav, not only it helps that the Rav should go to the Talmud, which is a second level, there's a third advantage here. That all of a sudden, the Rav gains interest. So the tshuka of the Talmud achieves three things. Number one, it achieves that the Talmud gets closer to the Rav. Number two, it achieves that the Rav gets closer to the Talmud. And number three, it achieves the Rav mitamot meragishmak. And it all started with the tshuka of the Talmud. Legalis etzle inyonim nisot. All of a sudden, when the Rav is talking, he's giving over big chidushim that he himself, when he was sitting by himself, he didn't come up with. Inyonim nisofim shloyoy etzle mekem lachem. Shezehenyim etamidesem ekulo. Now listen, if we need that, if we need this tshuka, so how are we gonna? We just agreed now that the Talmud has to be completely out of the way. So the answer is going to be so this tshuka has to be before. You want to come to the Fabringen, yeah. You want to come to the Fabringen, but b'shas the siche, stay out. Oh no,
It's all about the food, right?
When do we say that we need the tshuka of the Talmud? That's koydem mashpor. Before the Rav started talking, before the Rav comes, you come there and you're all excited. You want to hear what the Rav has to say. You know he's a big goin. This is a mugger? No, it's not mugger. It's not mugger. Ubilada, and without this tshuka, the Rav and the Talmud are two worlds apart, and the only way to bring together these two worlds apart is only if the Talmud has this tremendous tshuka. Will come in Verbringen. But that's until the Rav starts talking. Once the Rav starts talking, get everything out of the way, even your tshuka, because your tshuka is going to pollute the clear water of the Rav.
By the way, like this guy in the Rav,
What?
This be'enarach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you read, you keep reading.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the be'enarach. Rebbe and Chassidus. I think it's just be'enarach, like the seichel that he's teaching. You didn't, even if you didn't know it before. No.
Okay.
It's saying
Okay.
by you it's yashma. You didn't know this seichel, so it's be'enarach. So b'shas hashpa, you can't have any.
Very good.
But then how
You
you-
use the
how you
exact
gonna
word
know?
yesh me'ayin because all of this
Yeah,
is a hezber of malchus. It's going to be the difference between malchus and the other spheres.
Again,
Yeah,
it's very
good.
confusing.
Very good.
You should have it out and you shouldn't have it out.
How do you know that? How do you know that the Rav B'chol has something that you want?
Huh?
How do you know if the Rav has something that you want? If we're only talking about seichel, how do you know that the Rav has a seichel which is be'en alev to you?
Because it's a Rav.
No,
What is it?
no,
I know- I
no.
know.
I'm saying that it's more than just the seichel. It's the personalities. That when the Talmud feels that the Rav himself.
That's what we say, Amit. It's
No,
one of
no,
the first
no,
lines.
no, I'm saying, yes, seichel only. Yes, seichel only.
But in
Okay.
seichel, it's like,
Okay.
how can you have a chukka to
Okay.
accept from somebody if you don't have any concept of what he has?
So you need, so Taka, where do you get a chukka for in a...
So he's,
No,
as
something
a-
which is ein arech, you have a chukka.
okay, whatever. I think
No,
yes,
it's a good question. How are you going to have a chukka? Something you don't even know what you should have a chukka for.
What's
because
the
you heard
desire?
took a desire.
Because
Because you
there's a
heard,
sign that tells you.
yeah, you know, there's this major professor sitting in Harvard. You heard,
said
this is
so.
unbelievable. What do you mean? You heard?
Think of all the people
Let's finish
you
the
want
keta.
in
Let's
your
finish the
friend.
keta. Mashake and Bisha. So all of this, the whole chukka is great. Oh, and that's the glue that glues the Rav and the Talmud and starts the whole relationship going. But this is all before the Ashpor. Mashake and Bisha Ashpor. However, once the Rav starts talking, get everything out of the way, even your chukka. B'shas hashpoeh, hareroim b'muchash, if you come into the lecture and you're still all excited, oh, I'm going to hear the lecture from the Great Chacham. You're all excited. Oh, if you are still excited while he's talking, is mevalvel die ganze Meise es nicht verstehen, what the Rav
I'm
is
sure that
saying.
happens all the time.
For sure, all the time. What do you mean? All the time. All the time. All the time. Mevalveles esel lishmeo lekabes aseicho sheim ele'ara.
At that moment, you stop and
Now
you tell, oh, I love this. You just missed what.
And you're not listening to what he's saying.
Now I can't understand. When people come to the speech of Obama and they're sitting there and they're excited and they're listening. And to them it makes sense.
Because
Because they're still excited. And it's
Ukidesh, Ukidesh, sheyuchel lekabel aseicho
There's
ele'ara.
nothing to
You know,
do.
there's a light on top, green and red. Like when it's green, they say, yeah, they're not, don't worry. They're not listening.
Ukedesh yuchel lekabel seichel harav. But in order to actually receive the pure seichel harav, that pure clear water without a drop of blue, tzarich liyes bebitul veheder ametzias legamri shelo yargish afilas atshuka lekabel seichel harav. You're not even excited that you came to this unbelievable farbrengen. Vezeu in klireiko. Das is the word. That if you want pure seichel harav, only kli reikon. Shekli sichle and be'efen the kli reikon. V'hainu,
What's a clean raycon? What is it?
empty, has to be an empty vessel.
Ah.
We're going a little lighter or?
No, we'll finish it. V'hainu, shetzorich sheyiyeh la'talmid kli ha-seichel, ki kedei, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Kli, the kli.
You obviously need a brain.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's not a brain. You gotta have a brain. It's gotta be a brain talking to a brain over here. Okay. So, tzorich sheyiyeh la'talmid kli ha-seichel. Obviously, it's not a brain talking to a table. It's got to be a brain talking to a brain. It's got to be a brain, but an empty brain. Has to be a keli or a kli reikon. Now, if there's good verstanden the Moshel, next week is to verstehen Malchus. Is to verstehen why Davke Malchus, that is a keli, but it's reikon, it's completely empty. Davke Malchus gets the pure clear water.
Where's the Ratzin and the Cheshek of Malchus before?
Yeah, Halo Saman. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. There's got to be Allah Saman over there.
The Rebbe
We don't-
6:30. We need chizik in the 6:30 share.